All right, let's go over the directions for the line quality practice sheet. And sorry, there's a lot of shadows going on. So directions say go over the camera drawing below with different line qualities and weights to create different feelings or moods to each one. It will get a bit more difficult as you go along. Once you're done, circle the one that you think is best. So just to simplify what line quality is the thickness or thinness of the line that you use within your drawing, and thicker lines are going to have more weight, and it's going to help your line drawing look more three-dimensional without having to add any shading in. So all of these lines in here are very thin. There are not lines that are thicker than others. I know that this Canon looks thicker, but it's really just an outline that's really close together. So it is still the same line thickness. So we're just going to go in and we are going to add some line thicknesses to try to make these look a little bit more 3D without adding any shading. Now, just a warning, there's a whole bunch of them here. There's 9 here. They all need to look different. Some of them are going to look good. Some of them are going to look bad. Some of them are going to look terrible, but some of them are going to look great. So, yes, you're going to mess things up on this. That is okay. That's how we learn. So let's zoom in. Let's get started on one. See if I can zoom in anymore. Okay. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding in some thicker lines to try to make this look like it's sitting on a table. So for me, those thicker lines need to be on the bottom because that's where most of the weight of the camera is sitting. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to start making these lines a little darker. That's one way to change the line quality, is the lightness and darkness of lines. Okay, and I'm going to just kind of feather that up to kind of match that line. Same over here. Okay, so already the bottom's looking a little heavier. So if I just go ahead and do this along the bottom, things are going to start to look a little heavier on the bottom. It's starting to look a little bit more 3D. Now, if I've got areas where I think there's going to be shadow or where there's a lot of weight, I'm going to make that line a lot thicker. Okay. I'm going to go in and where there's depth, I'm going to add that depth. So that part of the lens goes in. So I'm going to make sure that I show that by making the line thicker and darker. And same thing here. This should be a darker line. And now my drawing is starting to look more three-dimensional because I'm adding some more depth to it. So yours might look like mine, yours might not look like mine. There's not one right answer and one wrong answer. We're just going in and we're changing the line quality to try to make things look more three-dimensional without adding any shading first. Okay, and this is kind of changing the look of the camera a little bit. And play around with it. See what works, see what doesn't work. You know, if you feel you're done with one, move on to the next one. Maybe this one I want to try the top of everything and see what happens if I make the top lines darker and thicker. Okay, that might change the feeling of this version. Maybe I'm going for a different feel. Maybe my light source is coming from a different area. I know we haven't talked much about light sources yet, but we will be talking about that soon. And we're just going to go in and we're going to make some areas lighter, some darker, some thick lines, some thin lines, till you fill all 9. Make sure that they're all different. Once you're done, you're going to pick the one that you like the most. Let's say I really, really like this one right here. So this would be number 6. I'm going to go ahead and circle it. I've completed it. And then you're going to turn in a clear picture to Google Classroom when you have finished. If you have any questions with this assignment, make sure you ask 3 people at your group first, or 3 other people that are on this assignment. You can discuss it in your group if you have any questions. And if you're stuck after you've asked people and you can't figure out the answer to your question, make sure you come sign up with me for answering questions. Are you red? Are you orange? Or are you green? And then I'm happy to help you. If we are virtual at this time, then make sure you email me so that I can help you with that, and make sure you're coming to the meets so that I can help you. Good luck and have fun with this project.